Hello again, everybody. Chris Hughes, Carolina Preps. Once again, it's another, not a snow day, it's a Zoom day because we're all locked in our homes from the Corona pandemic. But a couple months ago, I had my good friend Kendra Glover, who is on here next to me, and Kendra, the response from the coaches, the fans loved it. They thought it was the best show that we had ever done, that anything that I had ever done. The numbers spoke that. So back by popular demand, I had to bring my old friend back. And before we even get started, I'm going to say thanks for wearing the red. Now, I know in my heart that I think that you're wearing it for West Cabarrus, but I'm going to pretend that you're wearing it for South Rowan. But either way, thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
So, I mean, we're living in a new normal. It's no longer wake up, go to school, come home, go to football practice or whatever, dance practice, whatever it is that we're doing. It's sit at home and pretend to work or whatever you want to call it. What's your days been like?
Well, this week is spring break, so it is pretty exciting. I have gone to the den and I've watched TV. I've gone to the driveway to wave at people. It's been very, very exciting. Yesterday, actually, for our spring break, we went to the Krispy Kreme and got some of those, so it's very exciting. But other than that, it really has been a lot of meetings like this because I'm not a classroom teacher, but I am a department leader, a program leader, and so it's just been a lot of this, a lot of planning and a lot of just trying to figure out how to best serve my teachers and our students. And then on top of that, getting my daughter to do her things online as well.
Sure.
And it feels like every day is the same.
Yeah, that has been the struggle here as well. I've got to compliment you though, and I follow you on your Facebook and your social media. The fact that you allowed your daughter to color her hair, I mean, that was amazing. So I've got to give you props as a parent. I mean, I knew you were a fun person, but to be a fun parent, I mean, that's right on. I like that.
Well, did you see her PowerPoint?
I did.
I mean, she, had a whole presentation, and when she ended it with "Thank you for coming to my TED Talk," there was really no way I could say no. But yeah, we had a good time doing it, which was really nice because before that, I think about an hour or two before that, I think the weight of everything right now kind of got to us, and we both kind of exploded. But from our video, we had a really good time doing her hair. It was fun. So I'm next. So maybe today or tomorrow, I'm going to get some color too.
Well, and had I not cut the afro that I had been sporting off, I'd let you done mine as well.
I think
in fact, now
well,
no, I don't know about that. But now that I think about it, I totally screwed up. I should have let you color my hair pink and then shave it off.
There you go.
That would have been a great social media profile.
Yes.
Well, great. And I did see her presentation, and that's amazing that she could get on there and she's got the confidence and she speaks well. I mean, obviously the apple didn't fall far from the tree with this young lady. But hey, can I borrow her? I mean, I need the next young lady or the young man to be the face of this website. She could easily get on here and do a better job than me.
Oh no. She still needs a little coaching. I'm trying.
Well, hey, it's all good. And, same here in our household, dealing with these kids and they don't want to do anything. And, it's the boy's doing his Roblox and Fortnite or whatever it is he does. And she's doing whatever it is she does. And, of course, they want to go outside and play and they've not wanted to do their homework. So, yeah, you know how the struggle is. And from what I hear, and, I feel so bad as a parent because I'm thinking, man, the kids ain't doing nothing. But then I talk to other parents and I realize it's the same everywhere.
Yes. And the cool thing, she has had more time I've called it Fine Arts Day. We've had a lot more Fine Arts days. where maybe I sing show tunes to her and annoy her, or Disney music. But she, on the good part of that though, is she got a ukulele for Christmas. So she's been spending a lot of time on that, trying to learn songs and figure out how to play it. So that's really cool.
Sweet, sweet. I love it. Well, last time we got on here, it was in the heart of the football season,
Yeah.
man. We had big hits, we had big plays. We had so much football to talk about, so much sports. And I thought, we were on there for what seemed like an hour, but it flew by so quick because we had so much to talk about. Well, now, I don't know, we can talk about the paint drying or the grass growing or, I saw a meme on social media that showed a guy sitting beside his dog on the couch looking out at traffic. And he said, man, now I know why the dog gets so excited every time someone walks by.
Yes. Yes. I
Uh,
may have yelled at some people by when I was outside. They waved a hand and I just yelled, people, hey! I'm kind of an extrovert, so this is kind of a little difficult for me. This is the
yes.
5th week we've been out of school.
Yes. And I was at the grocery store, and this is a funny story. The cashier, the lady, she was in her late 70s. She was an older lady, extremely funny girl. She great personality. And, I may or may not have had a six-pack of something with me. And she laughed and she said, yeah, from my experience here for the past couple of weeks, here in a few months, we're going to have one or two problems. People are either going to need to buy bigger clothes or go to AA. So I thought that
Yeah.
was funny. She had a good personality and she's a good sport about it.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, we don't have sports to talk about. I know before we got on here, you are, I think we mentioned it before, but you will be working at West Cabarrus High School down there in the Concord area. I have yet to see the school. The athletic director, Phil Furr, has told me that he wants me to come down and get some great photos and check it out. So I've seen the pictures that he's kind of been posting on social media and the campus. It looks amazing.
It is beautiful, and I haven't even seen it in person since probably July, and it was beautiful then, just walls and rooms and things. But now I've seen probably a lot more pictures than have been posted because our principal has shared a lot. It is so gorgeous. I am so excited. I can't wait to get in there. I hear that my administrators will be moving in hopefully mid-June. We'll cross our fingers that happens. We'll cross our fingers. We start at school in August.
Yeah, I know.
But I am so excited. It is just gorgeous. And the whole school itself is really a different layout than any that we have in Cabarrus County. One, because it's 3 stories, and it's kind of everything is built around a collaborative workspace. So there are even some small, what they're called collaboration rooms that are just, the walls are just glass, and it's for small groups to work. And the classrooms itself are more collaboration rooms. But I can speak on not only our athletic fields and facilities, equipment, everything are just going to be gorgeous and top notch. But even our classrooms, especially, we're going to have an Academy of Aviation and Avionics, which is over our whole career and technical education program. So that's part of my my area, but really excited about that and very cool because there's maybe just 2 or 3 other aviation academies in the state. So we're kind of learning as we go, but have a full academy with almost 70 ninth graders and 20 or 30 10th graders, starting off an academy that is brand new. So that's awesome in itself.
That is awesome. And I remember a few months ago, or maybe it's sometime last year, you had posted a picture like on your social media of like flying with the Air National Guard or something like that. So, I mean, that was really cool.
Yeah, there's so much interest. It is shocking to me, but so much interest in people wanting to be a part of our academy. I had no idea how many people were in aviation in Cabarrus County that just want to be a part of it. So that's really too that we have a lot of interest and a lot of people that want to help us and support us.
Yeah. And, I like it from the aspect that, not everybody is going to go to your traditional 4-year college and, not everybody's into academics, but when you can get a chance, to get a head start on a career and a career in aviation or, whatever it is, welding or bricklaying or just something, I think that's what I can get behind in education because again, not everybody, not everybody's going to be a doctor, but some people are going to fly a plane, and we need those people too.
Right, absolutely, and it's been, in this time that we're in right now, it has really highlighted everything, in my opinion, but highlights everything that career and technical education can do for you. Because think about, the essential employees. There are a lot of things that are, CTE based. There are a lot of occupations and careers that are CTE based. And a lot of the things, especially being at home for 4 or 5 weeks now, that if our kids, would take some of our CTE courses, they're kind of learning or would have some better how do I want to say it, but a foundation while they're at home, and also kind of learning some things like how do you cook for yourself, you know,
Very, very
just,
important.
yeah, just things like that and just technology and everything that we offer through CTE, um, you know, it's been very cool, very interesting to see how CTE has been highlighted, in my opinion, right now.
Yes, I like it as well. Well, we are a football or a sports podcast, website, whatever you
Yeah,
want to call it. So the football team, new head coach Brandon Gentry came over from Northwest Cabarrus. Northwest had just been tearing it up on the football field the last couple of years. I think he's one of the
absolutely.
best coaches in the area, great up and coming coach. And you were just telling me the football schedule for the Wolverines here for this first year ever, and they're not unlike some new schools, they're going to play a varsity season year one with no
Yeah.
seniors. And the schedule,
Yeah.
and you were telling me some of the games, Shelby, Green Level, New
Yeah.
School, Hunter Huss, not to mention the schools in the county, A.L. Brown, Northwest, Robinson, Concord, so on. Wow, what an ambitious schedule for the athletic director, Phil Furr, to go out and put together. There may be some bumps and bruises early on, but wow, it's going to be at least, you're going to be playing the best.
Yeah, I am so excited about it. I'm just excited to be in a brand new stadium with turf, uh, and
It
in
don't
red.
take a lot to please us
It
Rowan County
really,
people. We
it
were
really
really country.
doesn't. It really doesn't. But a brand new stadium, red and black. I am super pumped. And yeah, I know that some of these games are going to hurt. But again, I've been a football fan all my life, so I have had many years um, um, I've been through the valleys, I guess is a
Yes.
good way to put it. But you know what I like about valleys is that
You go
you
back.
have to go up.
You got
Yep.
to go back. Um, Speaking of Valley, so let's talk about, your alma mater, East Carolina. They've kind of been in a real deep valley for a couple years, really since
Yeah.
my good friend Coach Ruffin McNeil was kind of ushered out, really when they were doing some great things. And I mean, the
Right.
bottom dropped out. And, I say karma is what they say about that. And, I hate to see the school struggle like that, But insert Mike Houston, who I think a lot of. Met him several times. One of the best coaches at the FCS level before he finally ascended up to ECU. They return a lot of big time players. Got a great quarterback, and Holt Naylor's coming back. The future's even brighter. They recruited a big 4-star Mason Garcia, who I saw when I was broadcasting the Shrine Bowl from Carolina Forest down in Myrtle Beach. Wow. All of a sudden, it looks like East Carolina and your beloved Pirates, they could be going way up.
I am so hopeful and expectant that this is our climb out of the valley, and that we really just kind of show everybody what we really are made of. I've going back to Ruff. I was a Ruff fan. I thought he was awesome. He was an alumni. I mean, people loved him, and I had such big hopes for Coach Mo, and it just didn't. So with Coach Houston, I saw a lot of good things last year, and last year, the end of the season, the last few games, they were really, 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 really starting to show a lot of promise.
Yes.
I think and I didn't get to go to the game, but when State and East Carolina played at the beginning of the year last year, I was out of the country, but my family, everybody went and everybody told me about it. But I think if we would have played State again at the end of the season, I think it would be a totally different outcome.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just so happy that they're getting their act back together again. I like Mike Houston, spoke to him on many occasions. I don't know, heck, I might even try to get him on the program here one day. I'll make sure I invite you for that.
Yes. I wear purple.
Absolutely. So, I'm so glad just for the state of football. And when I say the state, I don't mean just the game of the state. I mean our state, North Carolina. And, right now, and I know you're not a Tar Heel fan, but North Carolina, with what Coach Mack Brown's doing, keeping in-state talent in our state, to me, that's more important than anything. Yeah. Whether they go to NC State or Wake Forest or Duke, I don't care. But I'd so much rather see our big-time players stay here than us have to sit at home on Saturday on CBS and watch some kid that played in Kannapolis or Salisbury or something play at University of Florida. That's so demoralizing for us as a state.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of where I'm at. Also the football landscape. I know you're a Panthers fan. It's okay. I don't dislike the Panthers. I'm a Redskins fan. I'm happy for the Panthers, other than when they play the Skinners, but it's all good. I know I heard the news that Christian McCaffrey would be back for another 4 years. So I think that's great news because he's so important to the community, and I just think he's so well liked, and good gosh, he's one of the best players in the league right now. So I think that's a huge plus for the Panthers.
He's still so new and fresh and young that I almost worry though that the whole weight of everything is being put on his shoulders. Like, is he going to have to carry this whole team and carry the whole fan base and everything? Because, how it went down with Olsen and Cam, everything, the fans are not happy.
Yes.
But, I really was shocked that I really thought that this would be Christian McCaffrey's last year. Like, he'll do it and he'll be out of it. So the 4-year extension is amazing, but he's so young that I just kind of feel for him that, I wonder if it's going to be all put on him. And I don't think that's fair.
Sure. No, I get it. I totally get it. Well, we don't have a whole lot more. I can look at the sports and, nope, there's nothing in the sports page today. We did have the big news, and again, we're kind of a football site, the NASCAR, with Kyle Larson being dismissed from not only his team and suspended indefinitely from NASCAR for his racial slur. And, obviously I don't condone that. I don't think any of us do. It's a sad state for NASCAR just for them to be thrust into the public view like that.
Right. And like we talked about earlier, you know, my my first response when I saw it was just, and all I can really say is, wow, that
Yeah, it's
is
just sad.
just crazy and insane. But
Sad.
like we said that, you know, especially in that profession as a NASCAR driver, you are your brand. You are
Absolutely.
your representative, and you got to watch that at all times.
Yeah, and couldn't agree more. I read in the USA Today where Joey Logano had said that, you know what, you just got to assume that everybody's got a camera, a smartphone, and even in our little small bubble that we operate in, you as a teacher, you know, myself running the website, being on TV
Yeah,
and stuff, people are all the time looking for you to slip up just so
yeah,
they can thrust you into the limelight for some reason. And yeah, you know, I hate it for NASCAR, I hate it for him, but I'll say this, and again, I don't condone it, but if it slipped up, you know, he probably meant to say it, you know, and he needs to go get some counseling or whatever, and hopefully he can become a better version of him down the road.
yep, yep. Hopefully, this is just a bump that will make him better.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, the rest of our country kind of takes notice of it and kind of makes
That's
themselves better.
true.
So,
That's true.
well, again, I looked at the sports page and there's nothing in it today. So, I mean, we can sit here and reminisce about old days. I don't know if there's any old memories that we need to talk about from the sports perspective. You know, most of our teams have never really been that good. So, you know, I don't have any championships to reminisce about, but, you know, it's still good to get on here and at least pretend that we're living a regular life and talking about it.
Yeah, I did see that the Michael Jordan documentary is going to be on Monday night,
Oh, I can't wait.
and that he said he has a quote something like, people, he's worried or afraid that people aren't going to like him after this documentary. And I saw a lot of comments that apparently a lot of people already don't like him or don't think much of Michael Jordan. So I
You
thought that
know,
was interesting.
one of my most favorite players of all times. I mean, I don't care what Bill Lambier says. Michael Jordan's a GOAT. He's better than LeBron or any of them. You look at the list of players that say that Michael Jordan's the best, and, you know, yeah, that speaks enough for me. But as
Mhm.
good as he was as a player, and I loved him at Carolina, Chicago, man, and I love the Charlotte Hornets. You know, we were both in about the sixth grade when the Hornets came about as a
Yeah,
franchise, and I love the Hornets. And, you know, I've heard that his bottom line from the financial standpoint is amazing. It's one of the most financially profitable organizations in the NBA. But dadgum, I wish he could just find a way to be a better owner and get some wins. I don't care about his money. He's
I was
got more
about to
money
say, I
than
wish
he could
they'd
ever
win
spend. I
more.
want to win.
I would like to see some more wins too, because you know, I can probably count on one hand how many Hornets games or Bobcats, whatever. I don't, you know what? I don't think I ever went to a Bobcats game, so
I
I
went
can
to
still
one.
count on
I went to one.
and count on one hand how many Hornets games I've been to, and um, it's just, but the few that I have been awesome, basically because I have friends in high places. It's always better when you get the good stuff.
No kidding.
Um, but yeah, I would love to see some more wins.
Yeah.
Um, and just talking about him as a player, I mean, I have never, and still not, I've never really been an NBA fan. But I remember, especially during high school, because that was kind of his peak in the greatness of the Chicago Bulls, right? I mean,
Yes.
the whole dynasty, I felt like.
Yeah. I mean, now when you and
Uh,
I were in high school together, you know, the NBA was at its peak. You know, we had the
right.
tail end, the pay or the Detroit Pistons run with Isaiah Thomas, and, you know, you had the
Mhm.
Showtime Lakers, and, you know, Jordan's era kind of came about, and, you know, you had Larry Bird still kind of in his prime doing it. You know, it was a great time for NBA back in those days.
Yeah, yeah. And funny, I mean, to bring it back to football time, was the Dallas Cowboys dynasty. So
Yes.
I remember watch a lot of Chicago Bulls and a lot of Dallas Cowboys with my friends, and it was fun.
Yeah. I don't know what that says about us. I mean, obviously it says that I am old. Now
I
you
was going to
still,
say, it says we're old, and that's okay.
yeah, I'm looking at the camera right now. You still look like you're about 25, but you know,
Oh,
for
you're
me,
too
I'm
right.
just old.
How much should I owe you later?
It's okay. Hey, whenever Gary's barbecue opens back up, you can owe me a chicken or a barbecue sandwich.
Yes, I'm there, and some banana pudding.
Of
There.
course.
And a cheer one with the good ice.
Oh, I love their ice, but you know,
Right? It's the good ice.
I'm a Sun Drop guy. I can't help it, but I do love my cheer wine, but they have the best ice. Now, of course, you know, all I got to do is call Alan Ritchie. We probably wouldn't have to buy me that barbecue sandwich, but at this time of day, I don't care if they give it to me for free. I might pay them double.
Yeah,
Because
it's
they need
good.
it. Everywhere I've gone, I've tried to tip as great as I can, just because it's a tough time for those guys, and they need it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
oh well, I think I'm running out of things to talk about, and you've probably got a pressing date or something coming on, so I probably need to start steering our little Zoom cast to an end. But Kendra Glover right here, I appreciate you coming on. Hey, and I see the hair. Let's see it. Let's see it. I love it. I love it. It looks great. It looks great. I appreciate you coming on. I think we've got to do it again. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how the ratings spike from you coming back on. And I'll owe you some royalties.
Yeah.
But I think it's been fun.
It has been. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, we'll do it again anytime. From one South Rowan alum to another, and everybody out there watching us, thank y'all for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.